Hey guys, Anthony, Full Before Diesel. Just thought we'd try and keep this one short, go through some of these questions. Obviously, really important information. We put the information up there, and of course, it generates more questions and more thoughts. So we'll just quickly go through a few of those and try and get it up to date and answer a few like we do every now and then. So, first one, what if you have a good catch can and a 7mm EGR plate? Okay, good question. Most of the vehicles we see have probably, look, I've got to say, everybody puts the plate in. So most of the ones we see have got the plate, not a catch can. And that works, obviously, as we said, it keeps it clean. The ones we've seen with the catch can, not usually that clean, cleaner than without one. It's more, look, I haven't seen, I've got to say, I can't think of many vehicles with a plate and a catch can that we've seen the intakes of. Certainly not many of them at all. More people reporting back to me, and as I mentioned in another video, there was someone that contacted me that said, hey, you know, you'd think it's the best of both worlds, having the plate and the catch can. In theory, that's what you think, but this person I'm thinking of, they reported that it was a build-up, just like there was no plate or catch can. And there's been a few of those, I can't remember, 2, 3 or 4 or whatever, similar sort of things. So all just reports that I haven't seen them myself. All I can say is, I guess, if you've got the plate there reducing the soot, but the oil's going through the intake, maybe there's, you know, sort of enough oil there, almost like washing it clean with a minimal amount of soot, so that works. And vice versa, if you've got the catch can, maybe, you know, with less oil in the intake, that soot doesn't build up because, you know, there's less oil. That's all, you've taken the glue away, so the soot just goes straight through your engine and wears it out anyway. So not how you want to be, but once if you do both, maybe it's just that you've evened up the mix so that it builds up pretty well, just like it did without any modification. So to answer your question, that's the long version, obviously, with an explanation. But what if you have a good catch can? I don't know if there is a good catch can, but might look good engineering, well made and all that. Yeah, I don't know. Look, the best catch can is the one that you don't have, because you haven't spent hundreds of dollars, added more weight and untidiness to the vehicle. No risk of it causing any problems if you haven't got one. You certainly don't need one. So what if you've got a good one? Yeah, I don't know is the short answer, but you're probably best off without it from what we've seen. Okay, next one. I've got all the parts for 320. Yeah, aftermarket parts, you know. Maybe not the full complete thing delivered to your door and all that, but it's all good. If you want to use aftermarket parts, it's up to you. You know, they're Toyota vehicles, quality engineering, quality parts. We prefer genuine OEM parts. That's how we roll. And you keep it Toyota, keep the feeling. They're the ones we look after, trying to keep it that way. But if you want to go and get Chinese stuff and whatever, give it a crack, save some money. Absolutely. Mitsubishis are cheaper too. But look, you know, you got a Toyota, so best to keep the feeling if you can. Will you be doing an install video with a secondary fuel filter? That's highly unlikely. I don't install secondary fuel filters because they're not required. So yeah, that won't be happening. Will you be doing an install video with a secondary fuel filter? No. Okay, generations in the family. You like that? I can't remember what I said. I was trying to make a bit of a joke. Yeah, 3 generations. Yeah. Anyway, it's all good. Wait till you see the video I make where I stick my finger in the exhaust pipe and go, oh, this sooty exhaust. And I'll have to watch a few more of his videos and get the right voice happening, and you know, it'll be good. I'll try anyway. Bit of entertainment. Top bloke, top bloke, top bloke, top bloke, top bloke. Okay, here we go. It's not really a question. Tony, in the UK, dual 70-amp battery came as standard. Yeah, we know it's been around for ages as well, since 2001 and all that. Yep. Thanks for doing all the testing for us, you know, like the prototypes, and ironing out all the problems by the time they came to us. Unfortunately, well, according to you, look, you know, it might have something to do with the fuel. I'm talking about this comment here, obviously. Yeah, it might have something to do with the fuel. Look, I'm not sure about that. Probably, but I don't know. It's not really that much of a big issue. I don't know. Maybe we've got a lot of them here. I don't know the numbers on how many 1KDs we've got here. Can you make a comment on this system? There is a proto in the pictures warranty under bonnet, no need for special charges. I guess I'd have to click on the link and open it up. So look, we'll skip that one for now and make a comment on the system. Geez, I don't know I don't know, it's going to muck things up here. Well, how about we go back to that one, see how we go for time. I think I might have had a look at it, lithium and all that. Well, yeah, the comment is bloody expensive. I don't know how heavy they are. Was it lithium that was having problems with fires and stuff, you know? Excuse me. Look, value for money. I don't know if spending that sort of money on a battery is really worth it. Look, what we're doing, right? I assume, Jay, I don't know if you're in Australia or what, but talk to the guys at Every Battery, because at the end of the day, that's the deal. Every Battery, you know, unbiased advice. They're the ones that know about batteries and probably can advise you best on the batteries, and they've got all the isolators and all the equipment, everything you need to set up for dual batteries. So maybe have a chat with them. I'm certainly not a battery expert. I just think, look, the lithiums, they might be good, but you have to get some information on them, like how many cycles and how. You've really got to sit down and do the numbers, because it is expensive to set it up. I think I did look at that the other day, so yeah. But I'll just keep it brief, because yeah, bit of a waste of time. I'm no battery expert, so I might have another look at it later on. Great video, thanks for posting. How much for injector kit? What's come with? We've got a video. It's called something like buying injectors or something along those lines. So have a look at that, and it runs through all the optional things. There's about 20 different things included. I'm not talking multiples, like I'm not counting these injectors as 4. I'm counting them as 1. There's about 20 different things in our injector kit, so you really have to look at the video if you want it. You can physically, picture says 1,000 words. There's the videos on YouTube with the explanation, telling you roughly what's in there, the optional things, and ballpark pricing I think is included in the video. But like I said, it's just a guide. Some injectors are cheaper, some are dearer. There's variables. There's a few different injectors and parts, and depends what you want in there. So, to give you a ballpark idea, well, I'd like to tell you over $3,000, because that's how much a basic kit is. I mean, injectors, pipes, the seals and gaskets just to do the injectors from a Toyota dealer. Last time we got a quote, $3,114. It's quite a big saving off that. I'd like to tell you over 3,000, but it's not. It's generally under 2.5. And look, some kits are closer to the 2,000 mark. So it just depends exactly which injectors and what you're going to have in there. And that's why I always say, look, give me a call if you're interested in purchasing or you're ready to purchase. Give us a call. But as I said, at the moment, depends when you see this video. You got a couple more days at the moment. Today's the 11th of September 2019. You got the next 2 days, Thursday, Friday, to get your injector kits. To obviously order through me without inconveniencing me while I'm on leave. I'm taking a few weeks leave. Obviously, I do quite a bit of work and all the time I put in with all this stuff. So I've got to take a good decent break every now and then. So I'm having 3 weeks off. I can still do the parts and all that, but I'd rather not do it when I'm on leave. So if you can, guys, if anyone watches this and you need injector kits, timing belt kits, or the wheel bearings or whatever, give me a bell in the next couple of days, like Thursday, Friday. If you miss it, or you see this one after Friday, it's Friday the 13th as it turns out, mate, the plan is to be back on deck on the 7th of October, so if you can wait till then, that'll be awesome. But if you're urgently desperate for an injector kit or something like that, just shoot me a text message, the usual phone number, and just write urgent, really need a set of injectors, and we can make it happen. It might be a bit more delayed. It might not happen sort of on your doorstep within less than 24 hours like usual. Might take a few days depending on, a few things, but it's all good. So we'll go through. So that's to answer how much for injector kit. What else we got? Valuable info. Thanks, Ed. No problem. My pleasure to be of assistance. Maybe the additives in BP clean the deposits in the fuel system. Look, I don't think so. Let's say maybe, but I don't think so. No, fuel systems are clean. There's nothing in there that's really unclean usually, unless you've got algae or something growing. So it's not going to be special BP cleaning things in the fuel. That's just marketing rubbish, okay? So it's not that good. Good thought. I don't know if you're joking or not, but anyway, you could be joking. So look, may or may not be. It's all good anyway, but I'll answer it seriously for the people that are watching that want to have a serious answer. But if you're joking, well, that's a good one too. Can you please clarify, do you recommend a 7mm plate for us and not to install a catch can? That is correct, okay? So as I've said before, as far as legalities go, I'm not the lawyer. I didn't write the laws. It depends what state or country you're in. You've got to check your own, read the fine print on what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. Shutting off an EJ would definitely be illegal. The plate with the flow reduction hole, bit of a grey area. You need to work that out. So, of course, for off-road use only. Okay, would soot still get through that hole? Yeah, a little bit gets through the hole, that's right. A little bit gets through, but a very small amount, enough that we believe the EJAR system still works, but a lot less so that it's not enough that builds up in the intake. That's why it works really well with the plate and not the catch can. Obviously, it's a lot cheaper. If you need a plate, kaon.com.au or Kaon 4x4 on eBay. Keep going down. Appreciate your wisdom. Cool. Just skimming through. Sorry, we're up to 10 minutes. Can you clarify? Do you recommend a... Yeah, I already answered that one. My Hilux manual reads 15 to 16. Well, you didn't tell me what year it is, but if it's a earlier Hilux manual... Look, any Hilux manual 15 to 16, too high, so you need injectors, right? Exactly. That's 90,000 Ks. So I say 7 years. I'll put my money on it's over 7 years old. That's all I'm going to say when I spend too much time on it. Look, guys, watch all the videos. There's heaps of information there. There's hundreds of videos, and I'm going to just keep adding to it. But if you watch them all, you'll be sort of better informed, if you know what I mean. Ever had issues with insurance because of the darker legal tint? No, not me, because it's all legal. Basically, what you've got to look at with tint and what's legal and what's not, it depends what windows. So you can go as dark as you like. You don't need to be able to see out the windows at the back or the rear of the vehicle, if you know what I mean. So it's just trying to find, I don't know where I lost that comment. Anyway, whatever. Seems to have, I don't know what I've done there, but it's all good. So as far as the tint goes, the back window, the rear windows, you can go dark, you don't need to be out. It's just the driver and passenger window. Generally, depends what country and what state you're in, but my understanding in Victoria, that's the deal. You need to just, it needs to be whatever the percentage is anyway. So we make the front two windows, but the front windows look darker because the rest of the vehicle is darker and it lets less light in. So then there's less light in the car, making the front ones look darker as well, right? So be aware that it may be illegal, but it might still look darker. Anyway, looks good. It's awesome. If you want more, I think we're around about, excuse me, I think we're around about where we were last time we did this. Yeah, that's about it, guys. All right, so I hope that helps answer a few questions for you. Thanks for watching. You know the deal. If you haven't already, make sure you watch all the other videos, because that's where the information is. Watch them till the end, because it might get a bit boring and I'm droning on a bit, but then later on there's important messages that come out. So take the time to do that. Watch it thoroughly. What else can I say? Like I always do, hit subscribe, turn the bell on so you don't miss out on the next one. Thanks for watching. See ya.